What if everything you've believed about life after 50 is only a small part of the truth? What if the years you thought were meant for slowing down were actually the beginning of a new chapter you were never told about? And what if the obstacles you face, tiredness, uncertainty, loss of direction, not signs of decline, but clues to something powerful waiting beneath the surface? This video is about that quiet mystery, a hidden turning point that millions of people reach without recognizing it. A moment when life whispers, not loudly, that change is still possible if you learn how to listen. For decades, society painted a picture of aging that was simple and limiting. You work, you raise a family, you save what you can, and eventually you settle. But the truth, the one researchers and historians keep uncovering, is more interesting. Humans across time experience life in long waves, not short bursts. Our ancestors reinvented themselves many times. Cultures changed, roles shifted, communities adapted. Reinvention wasn't something people did once. It was something they did again and again as the world around them changed. And in the story of human development, the age of 50 wasn't an ending. It was a beginning, a point where wisdom finally met experience. To understand why reinvention after 50 is not only possible but natural, we have to look at the origins. In early adulthood, most people spend their time building careers, relationships, stability. These years are often filled with noise, speed, and responsibility. You make choices quickly, often without knowing who you truly are. But as time moves on, something rises quietly inside you, a deeper awareness, a clearer vision, a sense that life is no longer about proving yourself but understanding yourself. That rise is powerful, but few recognize it because it doesn't come with fanfare. It arrives with small questions, gentle doubts, or a quiet desire for something more meaningful. Then come the challenges. The world expects you to remain the same, even though you've changed. You may feel pressure from work, family, or society. Your body shifts, your goals shift, and your priorities no longer match the life you built in your 20s and 30s. This misalignment creates friction, sometimes stress, sometimes exhaustion, sometimes a feeling of being stuck. Many people blame themselves, but this is simply a natural transition. It is the mind preparing for a new direction. The breaking point often appears softly, not dramatically. For some, it's a morning when they wake up and realize they no longer feel excited about what they do. For others, it's a subtle sense that time is moving faster than ever. And for some, it's an unexpected life event, a career change, a health shift, or a child leaving home. At this moment, the old structures no longer support you, and the new ones haven't formed yet. This space, however uncomfortable, is the birthplace of reinvention. After the breaking point comes the fallout. People may feel lost or unsure. They may question their value. They may fear starting something new. Many quietly accept unhappiness because they believe change is no longer meant for them. And so they turn to failed fixes, quick distractions, rigid routines, or waiting for motivation that never arrives. But these fixes don't work because reinvention can't be forced. It must be understood. This leads us into the deeper body of wisdom, 20 points that shape reinvention after 50. They unfold slowly, like steps on a path you may have forgotten. First, aging brings clarity. You begin to see what matters without noise. Second, your mind becomes more strategic. You don't rush, you evaluate. Third, experience replaces guesswork, making decisions more effective. Fourth, emotional intelligence rises, allowing better relationships. Fifth, your patience deepens, giving you the power to endure challenges. Sixth, your sense of identity strengthens, you know who you are. Seventh, you become less influenced by others' opinions. Eighth, your long-term memory becomes a source of wisdom. Ninth, your priorities shift toward meaning, not approval. 10th, you gain discipline that younger adults often lack. 11th, you understand consequences more clearly. 12th, you become more resilient, having survived past storms. 13th, You develop calmness that helps you overcome conflict. 14th, your appreciation for simple things grows. 15th, you recognize patterns, allowing smarter choices. 16th, you discover the value of saying no. 17th, you build stronger boundaries. 18th, you reconnect with parts of yourself you set aside. 19th, you understand your emotional triggers. 20th, you gain the rare ability to start again with intention. These 20 elements are not just traits, they are tools. Tools that younger people don't yet have. Tools that allow older adults to reinvent their lives with more success, more stability, and more wisdom than ever before. Modern parallels show this pattern repeating today. Across the United States, adults over 50 are starting new careers, building businesses, rekindling passions, and finding new relationships at rates higher than any previous generation. Census data reveals that adults between 55 and 75 launch more new ventures than people in their 20s. And personal development studies show that well-being often rises after midlife, not declines. The curve of happiness, according to multiple surveys, dips in midlife but rises again in the 60s. Reinvention is not a rare event, it is a widespread pattern, repeating across millions of lives. So what do we take from all this? The first takeaway is simple: you are not behind, you are not too late. You are entering a stage of life built for clarity and growth. The second takeaway: reinvention is a process of small steps, not sudden leaps. Every change begins with one decision. The third takeaway: you already have the wisdom you need. The next chapter is not about becoming someone new, but uncovering the parts of yourself you buried along the way. But here is a gentle warning: do not wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. Reinvention chooses the people who move, not the people who wait. And a question to leave you with: if the next 20 years of your life could be guided by your deepest truth, what would you create? If this journey speaks to you, consider staying with us. Subscribe, not as a reminder, but as a continuation of the story we're building together quietly, thoughtfully, one chapter at a time.